Okay guys, so the final sort of singular drill that I'm going to take you through here is using a slip rope. Now, I've got mine set up in a boxing ring. You don't need that. You can tie it between two things on a wall, between a cupboard, and you only need a small amount of space. I'm just going to do this in one spot. I'm not going to move around lots, forward and back down the rope. So it's a really easy drill to set up. You can use a broom across two chairs, whatever. The only really essential thing is that it's at approximately shoulder height, okay? The reason we do it at shoulder height is because this rope is very thin. A fist is significantly wider than that, so we're presuming the rope is acting as the base of a fist. If the fist is this wide, that's going to be coming at your chin height, okay? So that's why that height is important. You see a lot of people slip ropes and it's up here and they're just doing this. It's not going to work because when you try and apply that in reality, people are punching down here, you go like that and you get hit in the chin, right? So that's the only important thing that I want you to take note of. What you use as a rope or as a line is essentially completely irrelevant. So first and foremost, we're going to start on the right hand side of the rope in your boxing stance. Now, this doesn't matter whether you're southpaw or orthodox, the drill is exactly the same. I begin by rolling under the rope, moving my left foot so that I come up, balance on the left hand side of the rope with my inside hand high, okay? So even if I was southpaw, that would be exactly the same, right? I'm in my boxing stance, I move my left foot across and I come up on the other side of the rope. I then repeat the movement in reverse and come back up on this side. As an orthodox fighter, right foot back, but as a southpaw fighter, right foot forward, but the right leg still moves first. That never changes, okay? Those basic fundamentals, those principal skills, they don't need to be changed. They work whether you're orthodox or southpaw. That's why certain guys can so easily switch between the two and transition. Terence Crawford being a great example of that. So back to orthodox stance. So the first part of the drill, practice for a couple of minutes, just rolling under. Move across, inside hand comes extra high. Tuck that elbow in and roll under. Inside hand comes high. Inside hand comes high. Inside hand comes high. It's really important that we get that. As I come out of the roll, I want to make sure that my hand is up, then I can punch with the other hand. Now, that then follows on to the next part of the punch. It acts as a good little segue into the next part of the drill, which is to incorporate a counter punch. So when I roll under, this hand is up. That tells me that I need to punch with my outside hand. When I punch towards the rope with anything that isn't straight. When I punch straight, I follow the line of the rope. You'll see people rolling under and flapping their punches around all over the place. Remember, the rope is acting as our opponent, okay? It's simulating the position of our opponent. So when I roll under, the inside hand is high, I throw the cross. So my outside foot, my right foot moves across, inside hand stays high, I throw the backhand. See how I follow the line of the rope, yeah? I don't want to punch in at the rope, I want to follow the line of the rope. Then I roll back under, inside hand stays high, and I throw the hook. Yeah? Again, I'm stopping at the rope, following the line of it, my opponent's in front of me, but then I roll back under and I punch. Roll back under and I punch. The final natural transition for that is to add a second counter punch and then smoothly roll again, all right? So you notice there when I came out this side and I threw the cross, I had to retract the shoulder to roll under, throw the hook, retract and roll under. It's really important that you move away from the rope first. We don't want to just dip down. See people doing this? Yeah, you can't roll like that. It's much, much slower. You need a lot more space before they punch, which means you have to do it even earlier when you see the punch coming. By moving away, by riding the punch, A, you take power out of the shot should it land, and B, you give yourself more time to react and come under, okay? So now we add that second punch and the smooth transition. So I start on my right hand side, I roll and move my left under, inside hand high, I throw the hook, the cross. Now I'm set to roll back under, inside hand high, I throw the cross and the hook. Now I'm set to roll under, hook, cross, hook. And there you have a very smooth, very effective drill that's going to help you to improve the speed of transition between attack and defense, defense and attack. Moving across the line, you're improving your lateral movement, maintaining your position, and working on nice, simple, but very, very effective counter punches. Remember, complexity does not equate to quality. It doesn't have to be fast to be effective. You just have to do it right. So practice that 3 or 4 rounds. It doesn't matter, again, whether it's a slip rope, whether it's a hand wrap, whether it's a broom handle, whatever it is. You can do it on the spot. You just need about 6 foot's worth of space to move laterally in, and you'll be set.